long shadow. That is a long shadow. Well, this is a typical ass walk for me in Denver. It's not really a walk right now, it's just a glide over to the train station because I live in here. Train station's literally right here, so I can leave 1 minute before the train comes and I'll make it. Typically I don't like to do that though, but I'm a little anxious right now, so I just want to get out of the dorm and get moving. But I'm just gonna end up sitting at this train stop for a little bit anyway, so. Train, bye-bye train. There's a couple things at this train station I really fuck with. First of all, this thing, don't know what's good with it, but it's there. I like it. There's mountains. I don't know how well you can see that right now, but you can see them pretty damn good from where I'm at. And then this mural over here that just shows the love for trains. And I like trains a lot. I think I've met a couple real ones in my life, and all of them love trains. Infinity Train. Some wilderness and maybe some plants and earth love kind of thing. In the train station, there's only one other thing I like about this area, which is the dog park over there. Plenty of dogs. And that just brightens your day a little bit. It looks active. The city has a lot of dogs, so it's kind of nice in that regard, but it makes me jealous because I don't have my own dog here yet, but one day. The roads are not well kept today. See, the houses in this area all have like a little bit of personality or something interesting about them. They may not be like the cleanest or the most perfect looking house, but you got stuff like this. Look, this is sick. This looks like somebody put time and love into it. It's been, I mean, since like early December since I've been to this gym in particular, but in Boston I trained one day at my gym back home. My leg wasn't feeling it and I was just scared. I was scared of my knee getting injured. But after my recent visit to the doctor, I have a lot more clarity around that. And so I'm not as scared to train, but I'm gonna take it light and ease into things, especially because altitude just feels a little bit different when you first get here and it takes some time to adjust. But first I'm just gonna go chill at this little park I like to meditate at before I train so I can clear my head and just kind of relax. I don't know what's up with this area right now. There's a ton of stuff that was not here the last time. A lot of construction right now. It's fortunate but unfortunate because it kind of looks weird at the moment, but that's okay. I usually would sit like with my back against a tree, but I'm not really trying to get wet before going to the gym right now because of the snow. So I'm just gonna post up at a bench and chill for a couple minutes. Who's calling? Ooh. Alright, now I'm posted for like 20 minutes. And I think the theme of this week that I'm going through is who's in control? Who's in control of your life? And for a lot of my life, I think it's been addiction. I think it's been addictions to certain mindsets, attitudes, behaviors, substances, of course, that have just kind of been the horse that pulls me around everywhere. And I think a lot about the Freudian image of the ego and the chariot. And I think for most of my life that I've just been addicted to shit, and that I've been more comfortable letting what I'm familiar with and what makes me feel good take the lead and take control of everything. But I think right now what feels good for me is being the one to say no to those behaviors, being the one to say I feel this inclination to act on this, to take the drug or to go out and find the drug or to act this certain way. And I just want to say no. I just want to say no to it and say I set my mind to this, and I'm not going to let this feeling in this single moment take control of me and dictate how I'm going to act. And of course, right now I've been off nicotine for around 4 days. I spent like 5 years of my life addicted to vaping, and probably the last year addicted to Zenning. Zenning and nicotine pouches really helped me quit vaping, but I think now it's at the point where it's really another addiction, and I think it's going to be easier for me to quit the nicotine pouches than vaping, because I don't really like the act of consuming the nicotine pouch, but I do like the act of smoking. So I think this one's going to be easier, but in a lot of ways it's going to be hard because I relied on the Zins to really help me do a lot of things, like help me in class, help me study, help me when I was at work lifeguarding. I'd love to take one before I went to go train. Just pretty much anything where I had to focus, nicotine played a huge role in helping me do that. And now during this time, I'm really gonna have to figure out how to focus without the use of a substance, which kind of scares me a little bit, but it also excites me because I'm just gonna find out a lot more about myself in this time, and a lot more about how my brain works and how focus works for me. And I've set the goal for April 12th, my birthday, when I turn 21 and I unlock the rest of the map, as the next day I'm allowed to take a Zyn. That really depends on how I feel at the time. Will I want to? Probably, honestly. I do like Zyns. I do like them, but I don't know. I certainly don't ever want to rely on them the same way that I have been for a while, and I want to rely on healthier habits like meditation or breath work or stretching, anything else to just help me bring my energy in a direction other than relying on this drug. So this is day 4, and I'll do an update soon on how I feel in terms of withdrawals bodily. I kind of just feel like a little bit nauseous almost, and a little bit nauseous is really the best word to describe it. But I certainly feel like there's a part of me that's just missing, that there's like the key is not in the door for some reason. I just can't. When people have tried talking to me recently, I've just been like, because I'm kind of fiending in a way, which I don't know. I don't feel like myself right now, but I think this will pass. And the final message I want to say is mission over fear. Your mission and your purpose always have to be bigger than your fear. And I think I relate that right now to the quitting nicotine in the way of my reason for quitting nicotine has to be more important to me than the negative feelings of what it is like to quit nicotine. And mission over fear is something I established in my brain a long time ago, as in like 3 years ago, but a long time in my books. That has really dictated how I act in a lot of ways, because fear, of course, is scary. It's a feeling that holds us back from a lot of things. It's a feeling that stops us from achieving things that otherwise would be easy. And being courageous is difficult, but if you have a purpose and you have a reason for what you're doing, then being courageous and overcoming your fear is a lot easier. So your mission has to be bigger than your fear a lot of the time to overcome it. why are you doing this? Why are you taking this step to jump this hurdle? And for me, my mission is way more important to me than the fear of what might happen on my way there. I just want to send love to each and every one of you who may be going through addiction in their life. I just want to send love out to you guys. Addiction is hard, and watching other people go through it, watching yourself go through it, experiencing it, it's a hard thing, and I just want to send love to you and hope that you know that you can get through this. It might not be time for you to quit right now, it might not be time for you to make that change, but I hope that you find the power within yourself to do it one day. Good session and a good day overall. I eat, I study, I read, and I train, and that's a good day. In terms of how I felt training, probably 7.5 out of 10. My body feels strong, cardio a little wacky. My balance and my stance feels really good though. I feel like focus up, come on, come back to me. All right, my balance and my stance feels good. Feels like I've gotten comfortable. God damn this road kind of sucks to cross. All right, anyways, my balance and my stance feel really solid. It feels like I've really gotten used to that in the last few months, and that's something I kind of retained, that my posture and my balance are pretty good a lot of the time. I feel good. I think it's just up to me now to figure out how do I want to balance school, training, and life just in general. And that's going to be hard during this time. It's hard to do that when you're passionate about something, but you can't dedicate your life to it just yet. And I've had little bits and pieces, little dots of time scattered throughout these past few years where I figured that out. But then something always comes along and knocks it off track. So that's to be expected, and I don't think we're ever gonna get these things perfect necessarily, and that's okay. As long as you just keep showing up. Yeah, so I'm just thankful that I have such a good team and good people around me in that gym, that I feel like I'm just coming home, and I'm really blessed to have that. Also kicked Aiden in the face by accident, so sorry about that. Shit happens when you train. Sorry. And that is a standard transition of training. Except usually I drive back with Yaya. But tonight I wasn't staying for 2 classes. I want to ease back in. So now I'm just gonna head back in and grab some food. It kind of looks like a motel here, or kind of, I don't know, it reminds me of Sid the Science Kid. It's like housing for Sid the Science Kid communities.